Welcome back, everybody. Nice to see you, and it's nice to be back. Okay, so I got a little different setup here. Normally, I have my headphones on, so we got rid of the headphones. There's a brand new big microphone right here. I'm almost touching it. It's just off camera. I'm a little nervous because, as you know, I talk with my hands like crazy. So I'm wondering how long before I swap this microphone across my desk. But that being said, and we got a new camera too. So we're going to be doing more and more stuff that's exclusive to our channel too. So we wanted to make sure we had a good microphone and a good camera for that. I do want to share. I want to share something with you. I'll just check out the chat for a second. It's nice to see everybody. And I hope you had a great 4th of July. I hope that was very enjoyable for you. It was for us. It's kind of funny. We live in a very small neighborhood. There's only about 7 houses. All of us went out, and it seemed like at 9 p.m. when we all started lighting fireworks. Everybody and it wasn't coordinated. It was just kind of funny. So I hope you had a great time, your 4th of July, and I hope it's a good setup for a wonderful weekend. I want to share something that I got in the mail recently, and I do want to thank everybody who sends wonderful cards and letters and gifts. There's no words. It's so humbling. I don't really know what to say, but I did want to share this one. So this is a picture that we got. Meditate and relax, Katrina, Kat, and Diane. And this is the letter that was sent in there. I'm going to read it real quick. Hi, RJ. I'm 65. I started all kinds of self-help therapy and therapists in 1988. I've spent so much money over these 35 years, traveled places, talked and done things seeking to relieve my emotional pain. Simply put, your book, Change Your Mind, has changed my life and literally saved me. Thank you, Diane and my cat, Katrina. And thank you so much for the letter and the picture, and you are most welcome. Okay. All right. Just wonderful. And there's so many of those. Maybe I'll start to get into the habit of sharing more of those. So thank you very much. Okay. Just a couple of quick notes, right? Most of you know the end of this month, July 26th, 27th, 28th, I'll be in Dallas. We'll be doing our workshop on self-healing. You are going to walk away with the tangible knowingness of how to self-heal. We're going to be doing group healings. I'm going to be walking everyone through the process of the exact same thing that I've done with myself and with, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of people at this point, probably millions, that have used these techniques. The experience that you're going to have at that workshop will be unlike any healing experience you have ever had, ever. And then about 2 weeks after that, we're going to be doing our Supercharged Self-Healing live online course, and that will be taught as well. That's about 2 weeks after. So if you can't make it to Dallas, make sure you participate in that, or double up because they have an amplifying effect without question. Okay, and there's the link. Oh, I have major news coming out tomorrow. So if you are not signed up on the newsletter, please go ahead and register yourself on the newsletter. There's going to be a major announcement that comes out most likely tomorrow morning. And there's the link for the newsletter. And the link above that is for the self-healing workshop in Dallas. Okay, so make sure you're on the newsletter. Oh, one last bit of information. Got tons of little pieces of information. By the way, I don't know if you can hear Sophia underneath, or she's behind me. She's going to jump up on the couch any second, I think. Yep, she jumped. She made it. Okay. I did had a wonderful interview and wonderful time with my buddy Brian Scott. That's going to come out today on his channel, and the whole thing is also about healing. The whole thing is about healing. So make sure you check that out today. I believe it goes, he's going to post it at 4 p.m. Well, 4 p.m. Arkansas time. But that does come out today. Great conversation with my friend Brian and I. So don't miss that as well. Okay. All right. With that, I was going to go into a little bird action, but I think what we'll do some bird action next week. Because I have another update on that, of course. All right. So I think what we'll do is we will get to this book, Supercharged Self-Healing, a revolutionary guide to access high-frequency states of consciousness that rejuvenate and repair. I actually had to look at that because I forgot the subtitle of the book. Okay. And Access Super Consciousness comes out next month. You will love it. It's an absolute masterpiece. It's my favorite book thus far. It's my favorite book. Okay. Now, this is where we left off, everybody. We are on. By the way, do you like the camera better? And is the mic sound a little better too? I'm just curious. Is it noticeable on your end? If you want to put that in the chat, I just want to make sure that our upgrade was worthwhile. Okay. This is where we are. If you're playing along at home, we are on page 101. Okay, and we're picking it up from the top. And this is step 3. Excuse me. Activate your healing intention. Okay. And let's keep our fingers crossed that I don't swat the microphone. I'm going to try not to. Okay, everybody. All right, let's get back into Supercharged. Okay. Page 101. Step 3, activate your healing intention. Step 3 is about activating the state of healing with the intention you created in step 2. This step can be thought of in this way: mental visualization plus physical action plus emotional stimulation plus the spoken word equals full activation of your healing intention. When we combine mental visualization, physical movement, emotional stimulation, and the spoken word concurrently, we have brought together the 4 rudimentary expressions of the human form to supercharge our single pointedness of healing. Early on, while I performed rehabilitation exercises, or more accurately, had physical therapists manipulate my body because I couldn't on my own, I appeared to be completely zoned out. A more accurate description is that I was totally tuned in. I visualized myself already having performed the exercise perfectly. I remembered within my every fiber and cell what it felt like to have sensation and functionality within my body. I tangibly knew what sensation felt like, and that perfection was always contained within me. I verbally expressed my intention while I exercised or while being manually manipulated with the command, I am the conqueror of my mind and body. I also repeated that invocation constantly, utilizing the mentally spoken word. I didn't just say these words. I saw, meant, and felt them with complete and total conviction. A command directed by your sentience, powerfully summons your body of energy. While you rehabilitate your health or injury, incorporate all of the rudimentary human expressions to transform your body of energy. Harness your preferred avenue of consciousness, as we discussed in the previous chapter, into a single pointedness of intention. Harness it completely, utterly, and unleash the power of your transformation through your will. Recognize the improved energy flow and bring it into experiential reality to heal yourself. Once you master this step, it will be a ninja level form of rejuvenation for your body of energy. You, and only you, are the sentience and power to command yourself in totality. Only you, and you alone, for all eternity. Now is the time to reclaim this mastery. Through your verbal command, your favorite avenue of consciousness, physical movement, visualized perfect execution, and tangible remembrance, you make it so. Through your practice of this step, you will feel the revitalizing life force flow through your damaged areas as your activated state commands it. You are repairing and rebuilding yourself. This step harmonizes the totality of the lower consciousness. Along with the other steps, it unleashes transformation. My healing was incredibly rapid and miraculous, beyond what healthcare professionals had any frame of reference for. I employed these four aspects: visualizing, physical action, emotional connection, and the spoken word as much as possible. Do not waste a single opportunity to employ every available resource to facilitate and manifest healing. Even while I was in my hospital bed, when one of the physical therapists would stretch my legs before and after my rehab session, I would employ this step. In my mind's eye, I would see me walking as before paralysis, tangibly remembering what walking felt like, emotionally connect with that feeling deep inside my physicality, and then command the experience into now by verbalizing it. We can make the cells, proteins, neurons, tissue, and muscles repair themselves. You hear me? They are simply energy. We can command it. All energy takes orders from the more sentient and powerful force, the real you. You'll learn how to do this in the core exercise for step 3 at the end of this chapter. Our direct, unwavering, focused intention is the power of creation itself. If the thought of verbalizing your intention in front of people seems like it could be embarrassing, ask yourself, who is it that's worried about feeling embarrassed? Me, I am. Who am I? The egoic identity's program of limitations is the root cause of disease and disharmony. Silence the belief-based egoic mind and never look back. Never. When I spoke aloud my intentions, my therapists would immediately encourage me. They became even more inspired for me to stand and walk again. I could feel their added excitement and intention aid in my healing. I could utilize their energy just like when you get a pep talk. I could feel them being inspired by me, and I was by them. It was beautiful, transcendent, and powerful. Bathing your intention with the life force of breath through the use of speech, along with the above mental, emotional, physical components, fully activates and incorporates the rudimentary creative expressions of humanity. You are spelling your body of energy to repair and self-heal. Have no doubt about this, and have no doubt that Merlin the Great would be proud of you. Client example: dance injuries, debilitating pain, opioid dependency. An emotionally intelligent special education teacher in her early 30s, Rebecca had been an exceptional athlete since childhood, but her constant pain from ankle injuries and surgeries and her inability to continue her active and rugged lifestyle led to an opioid dependency that she had suffered through for 3 years before I met her. Her high energy, positive outlook on life had been replaced by depression, frustration, and chronic pain. Oh, let me plug in my computer, everybody. Hold on. Oh, and my charger is not here. Well, let's see how long this lasts before we lose power. Okay. All right, maybe we'll pause for 1 second here. Yeah. Hey, it's live, everybody. All right. We're good. Okay. All right. Sorry for the interruption. Okay. All right. Where am I? Okay. All right, everybody. Quick update. Bottom of 103. Okay. I met with Rebecca in person at my office, and at first glance, the effects of her physical and mental confusion were obvious. She did not walk freely, nor was she free mentally or emotionally. Bound by the energetic thievery of the belief-based egoic identity, she exuded an unhappiness along with a constant preoccupation with the sensations of physical discomfort. I could also recognize a fairly advanced level of sentience straining to get out of her ritualized, self-imposed prison of identifications. I asked her to sit down. What is it that you would like to achieve through us working together? She said, My friend Candace told me that you've healed people from all sorts of injuries. I have some severe ones I want fixed. I nodded. I can sense damage to your knees and ankles and a recent injury to your right hip. Is that accurate? She smiled. I passed her test. You got it. I hurt my hip 2 days ago. My ankles and knees have been damaged for years. I've been taking pain medication since 2014. I just don't feel like myself anymore. She pressed her lips together but couldn't stop them from quivering. I can't work out or be physically active like I used to. It's my passion. I just want to be able to feel that joy again. Then she let the torrent come, one she'd obviously been holding back all those years. She cried so hard that her shoulders were shaking and she had a hard time talking. I said nothing. I simply held a high frequency so she could unburden herself. I do this by keeping my conscious focus above the lower realms of thought, emotion, and physicality. Finally, she regained control, tossing her wadded up tissue in the trash can. I want me back. I don't like this person I've become. I have no purpose. I'm depressed, in pain, and angry. Who are you angry with? Me, she said without hesitation. I don't like me. I was so glad she worded it that way. Rebecca admitting this to herself was the open door. Now we could get to work. I smiled at her, which she responded to with a puzzled look. Rebecca, you are a beautiful soul. I wish you could see what I see. If you did, all of this nonsense would stop immediately. Now she frowned, crossing her arms in front of her chest defensively. What nonsense? The egoic identity, the source of all suffering, defends itself, as it always does, in order to have dominion over the divinity, freedom, and perfection of the self. I said, everything you just told me is total nonsense. Not a single word has a shred of truth to it. I cannot help anyone who doesn't want to truly help themselves. She opened her mouth to speak and closed it again. She was coming to terms with the realization that I wasn't going to do all the work to heal her. It just doesn't work that way. Rebecca, stop thinking and look at me. She glanced at me and quickly looked away again. Really look into my eyes. What do you see? She stared deeply, sincerely trying to connect. Kindness. Her eyes widened as she went to the next level. A cosmic intelligence, a higher power. That's you, Rebecca. You can perceive only what is already within you. You are those things. I am just the mirror. Something shifted for her in that moment. The truth was registering. I could feel the dissipation of fog that thoughts and emotions create. Hold my gaze, Rebecca. Keep connecting with what's behind my eyes. As she did, she began to smile. I said, now you see how everything you said earlier was total nonsense. Incredible. What did you do? Nothing. You just reconnected with yourself. I didn't do a thing. She laughed. Really? I feel amazing. It didn't seem like I did anything. It took absolutely no effort on your part because this state is what you already and always are. Stop trying to convince yourself otherwise. Now, is this the me that you have missed? Yes. Okay, great. Are you ready to learn how to activate and direct your own repair and self-healing for your knees and ankles? Of course, she said. Why would you even ask that? Because some people love their misery too much to let it go. They've misidentified themselves with their illness or injury for so long that sometimes their attachment to their symptoms and pain is their longest standing relationship. I could sense that statement really hit home. Rebecca unconsciously leaned back and clenched her fists. Are you willing to let go of all the things that cause your suffering? It's the only way we heal ourselves. She nodded, her face bright. I'm willing. I am as well. Let's begin with the activated state. I asked Rebecca to demonstrate the exercises her therapists taught her to rehabilitate her knees. After she showed me the first exercise, I asked her to stop. First, see yourself already performing the exercise perfectly. See it clearly in your mind's eye. Visualize the movement with as much detail as possible. Concentrate. Now, tangibly remember what it feels like to move your legs that way. Don't reach out for that feeling. Instead, sink in and immerse yourself in it because the feeling is within you. Feel it deeply and totally. Swim in it. Now, as you're doing this, command your vital energy through the breath of life by saying, I repair and heal my knee now. With every movement, my knee is energized, repaired, and made strong. Say these words with the sincerest devotion possible. Say them out loud. This is your command. Let the feeling well up from within your heart until you must verbalize it. Do not let the feeling pass, but rather give it expression through speech. Rebecca did this, but held back on the sincerity and devotion. I leaned in. Listen to me. You are far more powerful than that. Affect the energy that is your knee with the power that is your life force. Don't be shy. It's not befitting of such a perfect being. The resonance in Rebecca's voice changed. I could feel the vibration rise and increase in power. Now we were getting somewhere. Now, I said, perform your exercise as you perfectly imagined and felt it. Verbalize your command with sincerity and devotion. Do it now. As Rebecca lifted her knee up to her chest and extended it fully outward, she stated, I repair and heal my knee now. With every movement, my knee is energized, repaired, and made strong. She did it again and again and again and again. She finally stopped. She smiled and opened her eyes. My knee isn't clicking and it's not grinding like it normally does. It feels looser and cleaner inside. How is this possible? Magic. Real magic. After 3 weeks of constant healing activation via step 3, Rebecca told me that walking no longer caused her pain. Her knees and ankles felt much better. She felt like she was commanding her repair and self-healing, and she was. Who else could be doing it? 2 months later, she showed up at my office and flawlessly performed a little dance. Bravo, Rebecca. Step 3, core exercise. Mental visualization, physical action, emotional stimulation, and spoken word. In this practice, you'll go through the steps of mentally visualizing, physically acting, stimulating your emotions, cellular memory, and verbalizing your command with sincerity and devotion in order to activate your healing state. Mental visualization. Close your eyes and picture yourself performing an activity that triggers your memory of past health, vitality, and joy. See it clearly in your mind's eye. Include as much detail as possible. Fixate completely on this image and this image only. Make this mental image your complete reality. Physical action. If you can keep your eyes closed while maintaining that mental image, perform as much as you can the very physical action. If you are unable to perform the full action, do a safer, limited version of that which simulates the recreated action. If need be, you can scale the action down to a safe and repeatable movement that precisely symbolizes the image you have in your mind's eye. Make the movement totally represent the image you have visualized. If you have a willing partner, have them assist you in your movement as needed. Emotional stimulation. While mentally seeing and physically performing your movement, remember deep within your every fiber what it felt like to perform that action. Feel it within every cell, muscle, and nerve. Lose yourself in that feeling once more as you see it in your mind's eye and are physically performing the action. Do not reach out for the feeling, but rather go deeply within and remember. Reignite your cellular, neurological, and muscle memory by bringing back that feeling fully and completely into now. Spoken word. Whatever your specific injury, ailment, or sickness entails, bring the remaining aspect of your life force into tangible, conscious fruition by verbalizing the following. I repair and heal my blank now. With every movement, my blank is energized, repaired, and made whole once again. And as much as you can, incorporate all four aspects simultaneously and in complete union. This will exponentially increase the efficacy of your fully activated healing state. By bringing the four aspects of self-expression into total cohesion, your highest potential or full amplification for self-healing is now activated. It is your certainty and completeness of this step, all the steps, that creates a higher vibrational wave of powerful energy that courses through and completely permeates your entire being like nothing else can. Okay. All right, everybody. So that was, we're going to stop there. So where we left off, again, if you're playing along at home, where we left off is page 109. And we're going to pick up right there. So step 4, command creator consciousness. Perhaps the most powerful meditation that's being performed on this planet today. The meditation that's contained within here. Command creator consciousness, step 4. Okay, that is page 109. Page 109. Okay, let me get my bookmark. All right. I'm so glad we get to spend this time together. And we are, how many pages are in this book? We're on page 109, and there's roughly, we're more than halfway. We're more than halfway. I haven't decided if I read the glossary or not. I haven't decided. But anyway, even if I do read the glossary, we're more than halfway through. Okay. So like I said, I'm so glad we could do this together. I may have to. And the new camera were helpful. Like I said, you're most welcome, everybody. You're most welcome. Tomorrow morning, there's a major announcement. If you're not signed up for the newsletter, go ahead and do so. I have the interview coming out with Brian Scott later today. It's absolutely fantastic. Brian is such a great guy. The new book comes out August 8th. And of course, I hope to see you in Dallas. It'll be an experience unlike anything you've ever had in your life. July 26th, 27th, and 28th. And then 2 weeks after, we'll do Supercharged Self-Healing, the live online course as well. All right. I think that's, I just saw someone from Italy. Buongiorno. Nice to see you. Okay, everybody. I hope you had a great 4th of July, and I hope this is the perfect start to a fabulous weekend. All right. I love you all, my friends. I'll see you soon.